Okay.
Okay. An incredible World Cup final from the New York Times. In what may have been the most extraordinary World Cup final ever, Argentina beat France in large part because of Lionel Messi, who played a career-defining game.
Career
He played
defining.
a career-defining game. Okay. Uh, in what he said would be the last World Cup game, Messi scored two of the team's three goals, as well as the first goal in the team's penalty shootouts. Argentina scored two goals in the first half, as France seemed slack and uncertain.
Uncertain.
Uh, uncertain. Then, in the space of less than 2 minutes in the second half, Kylian Mbappe scored back-to-back goals for France, tying the game.
France. The country is France.
For
French is the
France,
language. Yeah.
okay, France tying the game. In extra time, Messi and Mbappe each scored a goal. Finally, in the shootout, Argentina won on penalties 4-2, as the crowd in Qatar burst into tears of joy and grief.
Yeah. So any vocabulary questions so far?
Oh, many. uh, yeah, oh, the most you mark. Uh, let me, who played a career-defining games? Ele
Defining. Defining.
define. É que ele construiu a carreira dele de definidor de jogos, tipo, definindo os jogos, é isso?
No, a career defining game. Career defining is an adjective. É um adjetivo. Tá qualificando o jogo. Tá qualificando como? Então, esse jogo, this game, was career defining for Messi. So it defined his career.
Tá.
A career defining game.
Uhum. Ah, ok. Slack.
Slack means not tight. Slack is a bit solto, sabe? A bit lazy, a bit slow, not really focused, not really tight.
Okay. Okay. Then in the space. Okay, next. And as the crowd in Qatar burst into tears, like tears, I know.
Yeah, it's an expression. Burst into tears is to start to cry very much. Né?
Okay.
Yeah. Burst is to explode. The bomb burst. This is to explode. So they burst into tears. Okay. They exploded into tears. They cried very much. Very Argentina, right? Very dramatic, very tango. Yeah. And grief is okay, right?
Joy and grief. No, grief, I don't know.
Grief is very deep sadness when you are grief. So France was joy is for Argentina. Argentina, all the Argentinian fans were joyful, and the French people were feeling grief, sad, very sad. Grief is terribly.
For Mbappe, it was a devastating result. His coach, devastating results. His coach, Didier Deschamps, said, Kylian has really left his mark on this final, he said. Unfortunately, he didn't leave it in the way he would have liked it. That's why he was so disappointed at the end of the night. France, which won the last World Cup, had hoped to be this first country to return the trophy since Brazil. To retain the trophy since Brazil in 1962. Huh?
Yeah, Brazil is the only country that just Brazil won 2 years in a row. Yeah.
I didn't know. Buenos Aires, grown men are sobbing. My
Sobbing.
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 Sobbing. Okay.
Sobbing.
My colleague Jack Nicas reported from Argentina's capital minutes before the game ended. Argentina, mi amor. The man next to me just shouted. Shouted. Tears streaming down his face.
Vocabulary?
Okay. This last phrase, Argentina, mi amor. The man next to me just shouted. Tears streaming down his face. Tipo, as lágrimas estão escorrendo pelo rosto dele, né?
Right, yeah.
The guy next to me just shouted.
Shout, gritar.
De calado?
Não, de gritar. Shout.
Contrário.
Yeah.
Ok. Okay. These two paragraphs, okay. Messi. He left Argentina at age 13 and has lived in the shadow of Diego Maradona, who hosted the World Cup trophy.
Hoisted,
okay.
Hoisted is to raise like this, like you hoist a flag. You know, your flag is, you hoist it up the pole.
Who hoisted the World Cup trophy for Argentina 36 years ago. Now the country has unequivocally.
Sem dúvidas, né? Sem dúvidas.
Now the country has unequivocally embraced Messi, who won the gold ball as the tournament best player. Okay.
It's a very short, but a good little description of the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any information here is new? Something you didn't know before?
Grief, that is said. You're talking about information or words? Can do words too.
I was thinking about information, but it can be vocabulary, words that are new to you. So grief is new. What else?
Slack.
The team, France
the
was
second
slack.
Paragraph. Yeah. Isso eu não perguntei. Grown men are sobbing.
Sobbing is when you cry so much, you cry so much that you go. This is to sob.
Okay. I think the words are these.
Hoisted. Hoisted is probably a new word too, right? To hoist a flag.
Okay. Yeah, this is new. Yeah.
And new information?
Information I didn't know. Brazil was the only country that retained the trophy
for the next World Cup. 2 years in a row, two championships in a row. So it was 58 in Sweden and 62 in Chile. It's the only country that has done that. We have to live with our glories from the past. We don't have a lot of glories in the present.
É o que nos resta.
É o que nos resta. It's what we have left. So maybe no, we don't have time to start a list. We could make a little list of vocabulary for this text. But I don't think we have time to do that. If you have time, I don't know if you have time, you can start a list if you want, so you can practice using the
You send a print
app.
of this text on WhatsApp?
The print of the text is already on WhatsApp, but I'm going to send the word.
Okay.
I'm going to save this with the marks that we made, and I'm going to send this Word document with the formatting. Okay, so it's easier to look.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, and then you can practice a little bit with what is called the app with Quizlet. If you have time, I know the end of the year can be crazy, but if you have time, you can play around with it a little bit. All right.
Okay, teacher. Perfect.
Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow. Are you going to be here tomorrow?
Yeah, probably yes.
Okay.
If something happens, I send you a message.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, Rafa.